guinea pig!
Hi, I'm Alyne. Welcome to my kitchen. And first of all, Merry Christmas. This is the Saturday before Christmas. And I am making what I'm calling a Pina Colada cake. Now, this is based off my mother's Yum Yum cake recipe. So the cake is basically, her recipe is a pineapple.
Like pina coladas.
It is a pineapple cake. And what it calls for is 2 cups of self-rising flour, 1 cup of sugar, and get that here. That is granulated sugar, by the way.
Granulated.
Put that in there. And 2 eggs, 1 can of crushed pineapple, and I'm going to add a teaspoon of pure vanilla.
Never.
That is the cake. Now, normally, the coconut icing would be cooked in butter and milk and sugar on the stovetop. I'm not doing that this time. I'm doing this very similar to a dulce de leche or tres de leche cake.
Tres leches.
Or tres leches or a dulce de leche cake. And that is, you have your 2 milk and your or 3 milk cake. Well, what I'm using, once my cake gets done, I'm going to poke some holes in it, and I'm going to take some of this Pina Colada mix and mix it with some of my evaporated milk, and then pour on top of my cake and let it go down into it and sit. And then I'm going to mix my coconut and my Cool Whip together and put it on top of the cake and drop maraschino cherries on top.
Maraschino cherry.
So, Pina Colada cake. Oven is preheated to 350 degrees. So what we're going to finish doing now is get this cake mixed together, put in the pan, and put in the oven. Okay. I'll give these 2 to you, Pete.
I have to wait till tomorrow sometime. Maybe I'll
Feel like
feel like getting to some dishes. I got a pile over here, folks. I just ain't been feeling it.
I think Piggy's like me. He's finally getting hit with what I've been feeling for the past couple of weeks.
My nose has been back and forth between congested and running off the hook.
That's one of the main symptoms of it right there. Okay.
God, like I can't. It is bad.
Yeah. Okay, put my little bit of vanilla flavoring in there. Vanilla extract, I should say. There ain't no flavor to this. There we go. When you got the real deal stuff, that's extract. Take a whisk and mix it up. So 2 cups of self-rising flour, 1 cup of sugar, 2 eggs, 1 can of crushed pineapple, and about a teaspoon of vanilla. Vanilla is optional on the cake. I used to put it in the icing, but since I'm doing the icing different, I decided to put it in the cake. Let me do this right here real quick. Just give you that bowl. Piggy, I will give you this right here. If I can get that off there without slinging it everywhere, I will. Got my big cake pan. It says on it what size it is. This is Anchor Hawking, by the way.
Anchor Hawking.
This is a 13 by, it's a 9.5 by 13.5 by 2.5 by 2. So it's 9.5 by 13. Okay. Now I'm going to scrape all the goodie out of here.
I will at least rinse that stuff off when you hand it to me so it's not so bad when we go to
Wash them.
deal with it.
Yeah.
I've gotten cold and I put on my little fuzzy shoes and put on a sweatshirt. I'm not as cold, but it's in the bone.
Yeah. Now, Piggy's coming down with what I've had. I hope he gets over it a whole lot quicker than I am. But I still got it.
I do it like I do anything else. I just deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you can do anyhow.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay. Got this ready to go in the oven. Like I said, it'll cook. In my oven, I never know. It could be 35 minutes, could be 45 minutes, it could be up to 50 minutes.
When you're dealing with the weather being the way it is, a lot of it's based off of what the atmospheric pressure and weather and temps and all like that are like. If you're in a more temperature controlled home, it's not so bad. You can pretty well figure it out. But when you're in one that's like, I think Joe C said one time, his home's got drafts. His drafts have got drafts.
Yeah.
You know, then it's kind of hard to pinpoint exactly how it's going to react every time.
Right. Okay. So the best way to know when this cake is done is bake it for about 35 minutes. Do a toothpick test on it. If it comes out clean and the top is firm to the touch and golden brown, it's done. If it's not, but cook a little longer, check again, and then when it comes out clean to the touch and it's golden on top, it's done. Give you this. I'll pop this in the oven.
Give me that.
Mm-hmm. And we'll see when it comes out of the oven and we'll get ready to do the rest of this.
That mean you done?
I'm done for about 35, 45, 50 minutes.
All right.
All right. This is what the cake should look like as far as color. That nice golden color. I took it out. I let it sit for 5 minutes because I did not want my baking dish to crack from the cold milk and the cold Pina Colada mix. I have taken a fork and I have jabbed holes.
Jabby.
And I actually went around the edges to loosen it from the edges so that that mixture could go down around in there. Okay. So now this right here is diluted evaporated milk. It has water in it. You can use plain evaporated milk.
Stretched it.
Or you can use whole milk. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 1 cup of milk. Roughly right at 1 cup of milk. I'll put that over there to go back in the refrigerator. And then I'm just going to let the lid off this to pour it. If it gets done, I may clean it out and make a syrup pour out of it or something. You never know. Or simple syrup. And I'm going to put a cup of this.
Whatever works.
And if y'all could smell this, y'all, it smells good. It's coconut and pineapple. And this is made with real juice. Oh, man, there's no alcohol in it.
They can't see that. It's focused on
That's
that.
fine. I'm going to take my fork that I used to jabby, and I'm just going to stir that in. Because that is kind of thick. It's got the cream in it and everything. And that thickened the milk up. I'll give that to Piggy. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start going around the edges a little bit of my cake. Because I want to stick around the edges. And the reason I'm using the milk and stuff is because on the original icing, it calls for a half a cup of butter and a cup of milk and a cup of sugar. So it makes it a very liquidy icing. And to make the pina colada cake, I want it to be very similar in texture on the cake. I want it to be a creamy consistency on the inside. Now, what I'm going to do with this is when we get done pouring this on here, I've got a place fixed up in the refrigerator to set this. And because there's no oil in it, no fats other than as far as butter fats or anything like that, everything will dissolve into the cake. The cake will absorb it all. I'll probably let it sit out for about 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, for that to seep into the cake. And I'm going to put the cake in the refrigerator and let it sit overnight so it's completely chilled. And then we'll take it out tomorrow, mix up our coconut and Cool Whip, get ready to spread over it. And then we'll decorate it with the maraschino cherries and maybe a few pecans, who knows, or walnuts. But as you can see, the cake is already absorbing that in the center.
Yeah, it is.
And that on the edges will absorb in.
Yeah, you can already see it going down the sides down here, little streams.
Yeah. And it's, this cake is going to be phenomenal. I know it is. Because you've got that pineapple cake with that coconut pineapple.
Now I gotta wait till tomorrow before I can taste this thing. And here you are talking about all that.
Well, I got to explain to them about it.
Okay, well, I guess that'll
it's got that
kind of help draw them to it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I gotta have some of that.
Yeah, the pineapple cake with the coconut pineapple creaminess.
You can see it dissipating down into there.
Yeah. And then it's going to have that coconut and whipped cream on top. Oh, man. If you like pina coladas, you're going to love this cake.
Even if you, whether you like the alcohol part to it or not, you got the pina colada taste.
Right. And for those of you who want the alcohol to it, you can always add the bourbon, or not bourbon, but the rum to the pina colada mix and leave the milk out and pour that over the cake and let it absorb in. It'll be an adult cake at that point. This way, the whole family can eat it. Any other way, if you had alcohol, of course, it would be an adult-only cake. And
because I remember the place I worked for, the girls had bought a tres leches cake from a Mexican bakery.
Yeah.
One time, and we had that before going on kind of a long weekend. And the following week, folks, I saw a lot of those girls were wearing turtlenecks. They done had their necks sucked on hard.
Let's just say everybody had a very good weekend.
There was some definite hickeys going on. Yeah. So I don't know what was in that tres leches cake, but it affected all of us in a very amorous way.
Well, you have to order those special from the cake baker because I know they make them different than they do for families. But I'm going to put this in the refrigerator, and we'll see if we come back to put the coconut topping on it. All right, y'all. Cake is set in the refrigerator overnight.
Well, overnight, most of the day.
Yeah. It looks good. And it's all absorbed in. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 2 cups of coconut, roughly, maybe a little more, maybe.
Yeah, y'all can see those little white lines down the side of it.
I put 2 cups of coconut, roughly thereabouts, in my bowl here. I like this little reusable zipper bag on here. Usually I have to fold it down and find something to close it with. And
that was a funny thing about that, too. We was looking for coconut. She saw some regular brand. It cost a lot more than that one did. That was a store brand.
Yeah.
And it even came with that resealable top. That more expensive brand didn't have that on it.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny.
So I've got 2 cups of coconut in here, and I put a whole container, which is a 12-ounce container, No, it's 8-ounce container. Excuse
I
me.
presume you're done with that.
Yeah. This is an 8-ounce container of Cool Whip. And I did use sweetened flake coconut. I mean, you can get the unsweetened or whatever, but for these purposes, I use sweetened. Which that's what I buy anyway, no matter what I put how I fix the icing for it. I get sweetened coconut. My mama always used Baker's Angel Flake coconut for the original topping. But back then, that was one of the few brands you could get. Just saying. Alright, now I'm going to take and we'll try to mix all this in together. And basically just folding the coconut into the Cool Whip, or whip topping, whatever you want to call it.
It's white creamy stuff.
Yeah. Topping. Non-dairy topping. And if you want to jazz it up a little and you want to toast your coconut, you can do that. Put some on a tray and put it in the oven. About 325, 350. And just watch it for about maybe 5-6 minutes until it starts turning lightly golden. And I would take it out about that time.
Oh, you got to put it back in for a minute?
No. I said if they wanted to toast it. Then you would take it out and mix it in with your Cool Whip. And what I'm going to do now is put this on top of the cake. The good thing about this, I can just dump all that out of there. And I apologize for y'all ain't looking at my head. No, that's a good thing. I was going to say I apologize for the bad head. I ain't going to brush my hair since last night.
Well, your head ain't in it. It was at the start. Since you put the attention on that, I put the camera on that.
Yeah.
So it's been on that.
Yeah.
They're getting you from about right here down.
Look at that. Yeah, this looks good. I guarantee it's going to smell good because Pig and I smelled that cake for the longest last night. After I fixed this cake.
Yeah, when I was trying to fight getting that clothes smell out of my nose.
Yeah. And if you want more frosting than that on your cake or icing, whatever you want to call it, you can always do a double batch. Using 2 8-ounce or 1 16-ounce frosting. I mean, a Cool Whip topping, whatever. And I would put about 3.5 to 4 cups of coconut in it. Okay, right now that looks good. Didn't have to use that purple I had laying out there. I didn't know if I was going to need it or not. I'll give it to Steve. He might want to clean that for me. I don't know. Yeah. Now comes the fun part.
I give it a lick and promise anyhow.
Okay. Take it over here. I'm going to finish this up. We'll be back. Get ready to cut this. All right, we're back.
Ready.
We're back. Cake is done.
We're back.
I think it turned out pretty good.
Now you know what time it is.
Oh, yeah. My eyeball's itching. Yeah.
So you can plate them up. Have us a taste.
Yeah.
Let y'all see how that comes out of there.
I hope it comes out good.
Well, if it does, great. If not, great. It'll eat the same. Great.
It's upset. Oh, yeah.
Oh, come out good for you, didn't it?
Yeah. What I like about it is, I mean, this type of cake, if you want to decorate, you can put whatever design you want on it if you want to put the design on it.
Yeah, if you want to get fancy with it.
Okay. I'm going to give that to Petey. That it. I'm going to give Petey a fork and his piece of cake. I give him that little sugar piece of cake right there. And I'll set that right there. And got my piece of cake right here. Oh, yeah. That's going to be good, y'all. I can tell.
Say,
Oh, yeah. And the thing about that, the pineapple cake sets it off, but you don't have to use a pineapple cake to do that. You could actually do a just plain white cake or plain yellow cake. But oh man, that Pina Colada mix just sets that off with that pineapple that's in there. Here's over. Right good.
shaking my head, with raised eyebrows. Level up.
So, I thank y'all for watching. I hope you have a great day. Hope you have a Merry Christmas. And if you got the ingredients and you want a special cake, hey, you got it for Christmas, New Year's, birthdays, parties. Have fun. Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Work, Michael.